everybody. I'm going to do a couple really quick projects with a simple 5x7 transfer and working with our shimmer paste and on these two little pallet signs. So let me get started. I just need to share this. If you would like to share, that would be awesome. Gotta find it. Right there. Okay. Oops. Let's see. And so how's everybody doing this afternoon? Pretty good? Excellent, excellent. All right, just gonna prop this up so I can see if we have any comments, any questions. It's gonna be pretty easy going, I think. Hopefully, right? I've been painting out in my garage, painting the big wooden tag signs to make the double tag door hangers. So I kind of have them primed now, and that's why I'm in my painting clothes. Looking lovely today. So I got this little 5x7 silk screen transfer from Chalk-Couture. If you don't know Chalk-Couture, what it's all about, go to my website, chalkcouture.com/Odessa Rose. Here's my little handmade sign. Shows it to you. I think you can see it. chalkcouture.com/Odessa Rose. That's where I sell all the transfers, chalk paste, couture inks, our tools. We have surfaces on there. And of course our reusable silkscreen transfers that are the bomb. I love crafting and creating with our silkscreen transfers. And if you are not a follower of my page, please do so. Odessa Rose Creates by Robin Schmidt, independent Chalk-Couture designer. Okay, so I bought these little pallet signs unfinished. You can order or pick up these at craft stores, and these were unfinished. So I painted this one white, and this one I actually they're both kind of watered down paint, but I do it in brown, and then I kind of decide from there what color I want to go with. Sometimes I'll go ahead and paint white over it. This time I just painted the face of it black, and I like to use the Fusion Mineral paint for my painting. I think the transfers release off of it really well, and you don't feel like you have to wax your paint before you use it. So and this one I did earlier today. I didn't quite have my black paint dry or cured probably, and so when I picked up the transfer, it picked up some of the brown or some of the black and showed the brown through, which actually I thought looked kind of cool. Looks very vintage. I just used a white paste, and then I went over it with the stained Minwax finishing paste to kind of age it some more. So it really turned out really cool. Looks like an aged piece. So I like how that turned out. And that was just with white paste. But now we're going to work with some of our shimmers. And I'm going to try to just go from this to that without washing my transfer. Now, sometimes that works good, and sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see what comes up. I got my water here handy if I need to wash it. And actually the reason why I was doing this black paste on the brown palette, and my paste was too runny, it was just too, and my transfer wasn't sticking very well, and it kind of ran through. So I just painted it all black and then went with the white paste. So even if you mess up, just go with the flow, paint it out, wash it off if you can. You can't really wash it off on painted surfaces so much because it's just going to stain it. So just paint over it. But on our nice chalkboards, of course, you can just wash it right off. That's what's great about chalk paste. It's washes off with ease on our chalkboards. So I'm going to go with white paste for the words and copper shimmer for the ornaments and stars on this. So say hello if you're watching so I can give you a shout out back. My iPad is falling. Hopefully it won't fall. Whoops, now I lost myself. Okay, sorry. Not looking very organized. Am I ever? Hi, Mary. Mary and Rhonda are watching. Okay, so like I said, this is copper shimmer. We have 4 shimmer pastes that are available because we just came out with the red, but we have copper, silver, and gold, and then now the red shimmer. And it's not a really bright red. It's kind of more of a dull, I don't want to say orangey, but it's not like your vivid bright red, but it's a really pretty red. If that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna grab a couple squeegees. I'm gonna use the smaller mini squeegees since we're working in smaller spaces. And I think my paste is ready to go because I used it earlier. So just gonna go over the fonts, the Mary, and just drag it on down over all of it. I didn't tell John, my husband, that I was going live, so hopefully he won't like bust in here thinking I'm watching a replay or what, I don't know. Let's see. Let's do this one. I'm working quickly so that the paste doesn't dry my silk screen. So I'm just adding that copper to the little ornaments that are on here. See how that shows up on the black. And there's, it's a little pallet sign, so it's got 4 little boards, so there it may not be perfectly print when you pick it up because it's going to be kind of uneven in some places. It's not smooth and flat like a chalkboard is. So I expect to have imperfections, which is fine because I think that's kind of the way it is when you're working with a palette. So there it is. It turned out cute. I can see the copper really well. Love it. Now let's see if we can move right to this and work with our gold and red shimmer without washing. If you're in a hurry, when you're in a hurry, that's probably when it doesn't work. But I'm just going to kind of go over it with a squeegee here to get it down tight. Press it down. So I did the lighter shades first so that we'll work with the darker ones on top of them. And we're going to want to hurry because we don't want what's in it to be drying in our silk screen. So let's go letters in gold and ornaments in red. Yeah. Gotta stop and think. If it doesn't print out really well, I will wash the transfer and put it right over the letters, trying to line it up really well, and just paste over it again. So it's not going to be, horrible if it doesn't turn out like a good print. I will just go over it again because I have a feeling that it's not all going through very well. just by looking at it. But you don't know until you try. So a lot of other designers ask how I do stuff. I said, you know what? You just got to do it and see what works. You just got to experiment. What works best for you. So everyone's different in how they do their techniques. All right, let's see if it comes out well. Not too bad. Looks really cute. I'm gonna throw this in the water. And we'll let that set for just a second, and then I'll wash it off after we scrape off our squeegees. Let's see if any questions. Hi, Vicky, Mary, hello. I never, Shana or Shauna, I never asked you which way you pronounce it. Hi, Robin, always love to see what you're creating. I know, even if I'm in my crappy painting clothes and no makeup and all that good stuff. This is what I'm doing on a Sunday afternoon. I got my first big show September 13th through the 15th, the Vintage Market Days of Omaha. So I have a lot of creating to do before then. I'm going to work on those tags that I was talking about. I think I put a picture of them laying in my garage on my stories on Instagram and Facebook. And I got, that was just the front side. I kind of just whitewashed them with a watered down latex paint. And then I let it dry, and then I do the other side. So that kind of gives you that feeling of like our pumpkin cutouts or our tree cutouts to kind of have the whitewash on them. And then from there, I will decide if I want to paint them, or what color I want to paint them as I go. But I like to have them already kind of primed and ready to go. So when I do paint them, they're not just, the raw wood's not just sucking up the paint. So it's kind of good to have that little primer on them. I'm calling it a primer. So we got two cute little signs done up. I might go over this again with gold, just because it kind of left like the bottom loop of the B here. And it's just kind of more faint and not as deep in the color because of the transfer already having the paste in it from this one. So I just kind of like to see how quickly I can, especially on these pallet signs, you know, they're not going to be perfectly even. They're a little rough wood, so you may not have the perfect print that you want. But that's okay. You know, I like doing this because it teaches me, you know, am I going to need to wash in between? Or, you know, or what can I don't want to say mass produce, but can I get more uses out of my transfer before washing? And sometimes that glitter, I think it plugs up the silk screen a little bit more. So then the next layer won't be able to go through as well because you've got that glitter stuck in it. Of course, it washes out when you wash the transfer. But so I'm going to wash it real quick and let it dry for a minute, and I'll put it back on the gold, the white board with the gold Merry and Bright, and see if we can get it to be a little bit deeper in color. This towel, I know that towel's really dirty because I did a little sanding on these boards and wiped them off with that towel. So let's just try this on the microfiber side. It's getting sticky again. Just making sure the silk screen's all dry. Doesn't take very long at all. So, all right, let's bring it back, and let's bring this back. I should probably dry this just a little bit with the hair dryer. Kind of where it had the groove between the boards, it's still wet because it's kind of built up there. So I'm gonna blow dry it real quick. would have been cute to put a pattern back behind, especially on the white one. I feel like these are kind of a statement enough just in the black. But it might have been kind of neat to put a buffalo plaid or something behind. But then you probably would have had to done it in black lettering. So kind of depends on the look you want, I guess. It's just me thinking to myself out loud. Now that you got that on, you can see where it's missed, where it's white coming through. So definitely, I'm going to be glad that I'm going back over it, I think. I think the ornaments are okay, but I kind of want the font to be brighter. Find another squeegee. All right, let's go over it again. I think if I wasn't working with the glitter paste, that it would have worked a little bit better maybe. It's definitely, it has a different feeling when you work with glitter paste versus regular paste when you're working with your squeegee. It just spreads differently. All right. Yes, much better. A lot brighter now. So we have our two signs. We did real quick. And that's what I wanted to show you today. How quick and easy you can get some projects done, little gifts for the holidays with one transfer. Some of our paste, our cute little palette boards. I got them unfinished. You can buy them off of different websites, different craft stores. Everybody's got them. So that's it, guys. Quick little live today on this Sunday afternoon. I got to go back to my tag signs and figure out what I'm going to do with them. I'll be working on them this week, so watch for some pictures or videos of those. And I will chalk with you later. Bye.